So anyway, it says to Mabel, it says.
It says to Ethel.
What? All right.
We're live.
We're live?
We're
In
live,
vivo.
pal.
Ah,
We're live, pal.
we are live. This is live, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, guy. All right. There it is. Yeah, it's on.
I'm not
okay.
your guy, Gaylord.
Ready?
No.
Okay. Then let's start. That's the best way to do it, right? Live from Studio 511 is the 245th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Arnold.
This is Chris.
And thank you so much for tuning in and joining us today. We very much appreciate it. If you are watching us live, thank you. Log into your YouTube account or to your Google account, whatever, and then you'll be able to live chat with us along with the show. So you can, fact check us, talk smack, ask us questions, whatever. I'll see it here on my old smartphone, and I'll try to involve you in the show. Now, if you're not watching us live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio, or on Twitter @HWrestlingRadio. So,
Is there a Pinterest, a Snapchat, a YouPorn channel, or is it just YouTube? Is it just YouTube, Facebook?
there is an Instagram that hardly gets touched.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who was assigned that Instagram job / internship /
a
certain nightmare over here. Yeah. But yeah,
I took the Travis route and just walked out. Took my ball and left.
What about the other one?
It's still there.
It's still there. It's
how
right here.
How long you being hanging?
Oh.
All
Frijolito.
right. So we got some interesting news to cover. Well, what's the first thing you want to hit?
My favorite part about this wrestling podcast is when we get to talk UFC.
Oh, what?
Bitches.
UFC.
214. It was built up pretty decently, but I mean, you didn't need a crystal ball or an 8-ball to figure out that Jones was beating freaking Cormier.
Yeah.
Cormier was crying, and
Three things about life that are certain: death, taxes, and Jones will always beat Cormier.
It's not even a rivalry if he doesn't have a victory
Exactly.
against him. He said it out of his own mouth.
Oh.
And then that pay-per-view ended with, "Hey, Bork Laser, you want to know what it feels like to get your ass kicked by somebody 40 pounds lighter? Bring your ass to the octagon."
Interesting.
He called him out.
Which brings us to the opening segment of Raw. Not a coincidence that Lesnar has to pay the ultimate price by being in a fatal four-way and then proclaiming thusly,
If he loses, he's out.
Oh, like Ted DiBiase said, if Savio Vega lost, he'd leave the company.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened then. Now,
Is it too obvious? Are we?
I think it's too obvious, so we're all gonna be like, "It's too obvious. It's not gonna happen." Then, oh my God, it happened.
Yeah.
that's the side I was gonna play. It's like it's too easy to say, "Oh, this bitch is leaving."
Yeah.
But when you read the facts, the dude's got to
face the facts.
Face the facts.
In the testing pool, he has over 6 months of suspension that he has to serve.
Yeah.
He ain't having this fight in November. He ain't having this fight in December.
Yeah.
So, and he's still under contract.
Mm-hmm.
So WWE contract, which is going to be renewed, I think, in either March or April, assuming he wants to renew it.
Oh,
and even then, that didn't matter because he wrestled UFC under the WWE contract before.
Yeah.
So if all of this is based on him trying to get unretired, why not try to suck what's left of Lesnar before he goes? Exhibit A. Last weekend, the last WWE event at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, main event, Brock Lesnar versus the Samoan Joe.
Mm-hmm. How was that? I saw that it was making its rounds, but I didn't watch it.
It was fun. It's a typical match.
Okay.
I mean, house show, people want to go home happy, depending who you like. Dude, he can bow out at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
He could, but I mean, you made a pretty strong case for the fact that, Joe could actually Brock can actually stay around until, whenever his contract's up in, March or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, damn, like, why let him go now? In fact, I think that was more of Heyman knowing that that's out there, that Jones said what he said, and knowing that ESPN and everybody else is going to run with it. So it's like, hey, why not have a little bit of fun? Work the marks a little bit. It's like, hey, if he loses, he's going to leave. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But maybe he's not actually going to leave, and that's just Heyman playing it up.
Maybe. But I think I'm still sticking with the whole like, oh man, it's too obvious that he's gonna leave, and then bam, he actually leaves, and then we're all like, oh okay, I'm for it. I've been just
we're shooting ourselves into a work here.
Yeah, just for the simple fact that I want to see the Universal title on Raw.
Yes,
and I don't want to see it anywhere else. So like, there should be a new Universal Champion, whether it be Roman, whether it be Strowman, whether it be Bowman. I don't care.
Now I know that this isn't our prediction show for for
we got 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2
but
weeks.
I would like to, if this is okay with you guys,
cock tease.
I would like to go ahead and just lay all the UFC rumors and stuff to rest, and don't factor that into our predictions and stuff, because we just went through it right now. Oh, it's obvious, so of course he's gonna lose. But wait, maybe it's too obvious, so maybe he's not gonna lose. So it's like
you take that out.
It winds up balancing itself out. So I'd say let's put a fucking referendum on that and just say let's forget about that and take that out of our brains.
Fuck no.
You take that out, and you know what happens?
What?
It's an old tale of how a manatee, or no, the walrus. How the walrus gets his lover. The other two strong walruses fight for it. They fight to the death, and the weakest one just kind of crawls his way in there and takes it for the win. That's what Brock Lesnar's going to do.
Somebody's been watching Shark Week when there weren't sharks on.
all the three guys are just going to implode, like you saw on Monday. Like honestly, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that was not fun to watch for me. The triple threat match, I was checked out. I didn't care because I'm going to see that in a couple weeks. So I was like, whatever. Oh, cool. Tight. That's how I watched that whole match. I didn't care, but I think it's gonna happen. They're just gonna knock the shit out of each other, and Brock Lesnar's gonna just fucking sneak in, and bam, and then something stupid is gonna happen, like out of the box, and then like by Brock Lesnar.
Raw is consistent in their predictability.
Yes.
Okay.
Since this didn't matter, there was no reason. It's a double-edged sword. Because this doesn't matter, I can kind of understand why this wasn't the main event. I can understand why the main event was an hour early.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna have the dessert before the dinner, you better make sure that dinner's fucking good,
dude.
And and Enzo versus Big Show. Cass versus Show. You do not eat chocolate cake first and then go to the buffet line.
Yeah.
You eat the cake first, then you have a sensible meal, because that shit's going to be all up in your stomach, and if it's not right, it's not going to settle. Yeah, or the way that show ended was so unsettling, knowing that I was watching the show, and I was like, shit, we're already at the triple threat, man. This is the best Raw so far. It's felt quick. Yeah. The good stuff's been good. The bad stuff's been kind of meh. And not like shit, awesome. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Yeah, and then there's another hour.
Way early.
Nah.
It peaked. It was doing this because it was a good Raw. Everything. The first hour was tight. The second hour was good, and it just like at the end it was like the last three matches were like, oh, for real? This is what's going on.
This is what happened within the first 2 hours. The opening promo with Lesnar, Hardys versus the Good Brothers, Miz TV with Kurt Angle Jr., Sheamus and Seth, and then the triple threat.
Yeah.
You're right.
It just kind of went down.
And then once that match was over,
even
like a rock.
Even the Balor Wyatt thing couldn't save it. Like it was like that was cool. The tease back. Like I said, I was fucking right. SummerSlam, Demon King.
Yeah.
But even that was like you could have had that at the end of the goddamn thing. But really, big cast versus big show in a big match in a big ring on the big time.
Big time.
That was a big mess.
You're gonna be like big crink in your big neck. And you like this.
Yeah.
I like to throw this out there because I think that while this was the first time that it was like really obvious that the main event was at 9 o'clock, I don't think it was the first time that we've seen that in the last few weeks or so. I think this might be just too much of a conspiracy theory, but I think for whatever reason, WWE is treating the 9 o'clock hour as the main event.
Because people are too tired and they go to bed. Yeah. Exhibit A, B, and C.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had Bailey Sasha at that 9 o'clock a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I agree. I can see that.
And you know, it was like, wait, this is that was close to the show. Okay, whatever. And that's happened a few times over the last few weeks. And I don't know why they're putting more focus on the 9 o'clock hour instead of the 10 o'clock hour. I don't know. But I kind of noticed that, and I kind of brought that up to Porsche and Randy as we were watching it, because I noticed it too. Wow, this was okay. We're all at 9 o'clock. Wow, this already. Wait, hold on, something's not right here. Like, you know what? For whatever reason, they are making this 9 o'clock hour the actual main event. I don't get it. I don't understand why. I mean, do you guys have more insights than I do on this?
I don't have insights on it, but I just have like the typical Mark thing of, oh, they should make Raw 2 hours. You know, that's the typical Mark thing to say, because at first I used to be against it because, dude, I love wrestling. I could watch 7 hours of wrestling in one day. I'll bitch about it, but I'll watch it.
Maybe, quite possibly, they're cutting. They're realizing that Hulu is cutting out a lot of that first and second hour, to where if you're watching 2 hours worth of Raw on Hulu, that first hour is ending with the 9 o'clock main event, and then the rest of the show drags on into the other part for anybody watching Hulu. That's my biggest guess, because baseball ain't shit right now. Yeah, we could say that because we're the Astros, but we're one city. Yeah. You don't change plans of an entire global plan for one city.
Although they know come September, it's football season. Fuck, I don't give a shit about wrestling between September and December. I'm on a wrestling podcast, for fuck's sake. So, like,
we're gonna have to fight it. Is Travis gonna be ready to come back by that time?
You and I can handle it.
Oh,
you know, at this point, if somebody wants to take the third chair, they're gonna have to pay us.
Oh,
wait,
what?
What the hell?
I'm not getting paid.
I'm trying to get us paid, fool. The third one needs to pay us.
Yes, that's right. Buy your way onto our show. All right,
sell blood.
Speaking of buying their way onto our show, Ascension, what's up, man?
You're early this week.
Yes, he chimed in and he said,
"You busted it out early, didn't you?"
He said, "Hello, ladies."
I guess he means y'all.
I guess them, yeah.
Are
y'all impressed?
You've been crossing your legs quite an awful lot lately.
They're not impressed. They're not impressed.
Yeah.
With your voice,
they need pictures. Pictures. And we want the real stuff, not the Photoshop.
Yeah.
All right, let's run down the Raw.
No dick pics.
Let's run down what we saw on Raw.
For me, maybe. What?
Give me a highlight from Raw. You're taking too long. Give me a highlight from Raw. You're the first one that said,
yeah, it was a solid show.
I think that, okay, Arnold said he didn't like it.
What?
I kind of like the triple threat. I thought it was the best thing on Raw. In fact, I'd even say match of the week candidate for me.
Definitely match of the night.
Probably match of the night, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'd say it was match of that night. But again, I could see why you weren't into it.
Yeah.
I was into it because I'm looking forward to seeing these guys do their thing.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick. I wasn't into it because you told me not to be into it last week.
See, here's the thing.
Times I told you not to listen to him. Every time. Man, he's going to be gone a lot quicker than you think.
No, the thing is, I'm into it, but I didn't want to have to be into it because I wanted to save it. I wanted to save that nut busting for SummerSlam, but, well, it's here now. I may as well bust a nut anyway. Yeah. So that's basically how that worked. So when SummerSlam does come around, I'm going to be like, damn, dude,
I'm still flaccid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe it's enough time in between, get enough rest. You can go for round 2, but
is that enough time for him, Randy? No.
Aw.
Survey says
bigger nut bust then. The triple threat on Raw or Cena Nakamura on SmackDown?
That's not a nut bust. That was a you know what? That was a one pump. Get out of the way and let's keep going.
Married man, right? You have the experience?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, back to Raw, the big part of Raw.
Yeah.
Elias Sampson and Kalisto.
Oh, that's strike 2 and 3 right there, bitch.
What?
Because as of the weekend, it's no longer Elias Sampson.
It's just Elias.
Somebody has a problem with 2 names.
I thought I noticed that.
I'm disappointed with that. Why does everybody have to lose either their last name or their first
Imagine
name?
The Attitude Era. Yeah, it's Steve.
Yeah.
And Steve. Under. Yeah. And Man.
Stone Cold
and
Steve.
Trip.
And Matt.
Jeff.
Yeah.
And Trish.
And Angle.
Yeah.
No, and Kurt. Because they're keeping first name.
Yeah, that's
well, no. Elias is the first one because Cesaro, Rusev,
Antonio Cesaro. They dropped the first name.
Big E Langston.
They kept Big E.
That's why.
But
they dropped the Langston.
Rusev, it was Alexander Rusev. So they're keeping the last name. So shit, I don't know.
I don't know, man. But
Adrian Neville. They just stuck with Neville.
You just said Neville because of Neville.
Yeah, because she Neville. That's your people.
No, man. I don't like that.
Cody.
I thought I was just tripping. That's what they're fucking doing. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Elias is too sweet. But no, hey, he's over as fuck. And I thought he was like, is he a face now? Because he's working the crowd, and then that's when he's out.
Working the heel.
Everyone was like, oh, he's a hometown guy. Yeah,
hometown guy.
Fuck Pittsburgh. I'm like, oh, you got me.
Yeah,
that was good. I don't know. His music's kind of weird. It's kind of like TJP, but not. But they put on a good show, dude. I'm high on Elias, man. I'm really high on Elias. I think he's gonna be good, and he has the look.
Says the former bass player. Of course, he's not like the musicians.
He has the move. He has the look. He has everything that I like right now.
Before I ask you what your highlight of Raw is, let me bring in Alberto. What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
What up, Alberto?
He says this: that damn man bun just jumped from number 10 on the list to number 2. So he's talking shit about your man bun again. But Arnold is still number 1 since all 7 years of high school with him.
7 years.
Oh, I could top that in a week, bro. Give me by next week. I'm going to get you. Let me unbutton this button.
Oi.
All right.
My biggest highlight of Raw is Bayley's injury.
Oh, geez.
Fuck all you haters. Because here's what happened. I saw Bring It to the Table, and I completely fucking agreed with the Baldy. I agreed with the fucking Baldy. It's like, why are we losing all this heat, this Twitter beef, the tweef with Sasha and Alexa, and we're shoehorning in Bayley after we killed her, and later on the side of the road, they killed Kenny, and now we're kind of bringing her back and pretending that she matters because apparently she can only get a reaction in Brooklyn.
Yeah. No,
now she's hurt. Now she's gone. Kick her to the road. Roadkill. Bring in Sasha. Sasha beats Alexa, and something has to happen with this Bayley Sasha. We've been harping for over a decade that somebody needs to turn Cena heel, but he's the oh my gods, he's the baby, he's the make-a-witch. You can't do that. Can you turn Bayley heel, or do you pull the trigger on a heel Sasha that we've already seen in NXT for 4 years
and enjoyed?
Yeah.
Something has to happen with those two, otherwise ship them both back off to NXT, because I'm already getting done with this pseudo tension that they're trying to fake.
Also,
this is a good catalyst to actually do something about it.
In one calendar year, Nia has injured half of the 4 horsewomen in a match.
Well,
she's not like most girls. She dropped it on her shoulder. It was some. I don't know when exactly.
She had the match with Charlotte, and she tried to do the shoulder breaker, and she didn't even do it. She just dropped her on her head.
Shoulders. This woman.
Yeah.
I don't know if she hurt her, but I know halfway through that's when I noticed Bayley got hurt. I noticed it immediately. I was like, ooh. I was like, I wonder if she's just really selling it. But they didn't sell the injury at all. So it was just her holding it. So I was like, I think she hurt. She looked like, what scares me is she looks like how Balor was clutching it at SummerSlam. She wasn't dumb enough to pull it out of the fucking socket.
Yeah.
But she was like, I don't know if it was that bad.
He pushed it back into the socket.
So
that created more problems for him.
Yeah, he ruptured everything while doing that. So I don't know. Man. The way this women's division is, I don't even know who I'd want to take over because. Well,
how about this as a suggestion? Ascension in the live chat says triple threat between Bliss, Jax, and Sasha. No, I don't want a triple threat. I like Nia Jax.
Everyone needs a paycheck.
True, but I like Nia Jax. Why don't we just fucking push Nia Jax? Turn her into the goddamn monster that she could be, and have her just fucking decimate everybody and turn her back on Bliss.
Because by Survivor Series there won't be any women left; they'll all be injured. Yeah. Here's what you do.
She's the one injuring them. So let her.
You know what? You know who needs to put her in her place? I've said this once or twice already.
Dana? Your mama.
Oh, yeah, you're going to throw a bunch of ashes at fucking Nia? Yeah, smart move.
I'm just naming
so Saturday, Ember Moon's going to get her ass obliterated, and then you bring in an undefeated NXT Women's Champion to beat the shit out of everybody in the women's division.
Okay.
Because what should have happened, we should already be in this Mae Young tournament, just like the Cruiserweight Classic.
You should be in the Mae Young tournament.
No, the tournament should already be going on.
I got the boobs for it.
The finals should have been at SummerSlam and already insert either both the winner and the runner-up into this. Rumor has it they're building up this whole 4 horsewomen thing. because they want to feud the 4 horsewomen from MMA, Ronda Rousey and family, against the 4 horsewomen from WWE. And apparently the big payoff is Charlotte. Series. The big payoff, apparently, the plan is Charlotte versus Ronda at Mania. They needed to kickstart this weeks ago. Yeah. This Mae Young Classic should have happened weeks ago, especially in the shape that these divisions, especially for everyone to see. Because right now, dude, both of these divisions, even though SmackDown's doing a little better than Raw, but they need more supplement. Yeah. You know, and shockingly enough, right now NXT's got, even without the Mae Young stuff, they have a lot of women, dude.
They got tons of fucking people there.
Come on now.
Yeah, bring some in. Peyton Royce, whatever, Billy Kay. Anybody, man.
Cruella DeVille. What was her name? Sonya Deville. There you go.
Yeah.
The MMA chick,
Throw Ruby Riott in there. Dude, she had a fucking hell of a match last week.
Remember what you said before we started recording? It's like, hey, save the New Japan stuff for later.
Because somebody always comes
First thing fucking Hector said.
Called it.
Hey, are you guys saving the New Japan talk for later?
Oh, man, Hector, we got some bad news. We already talked about it.
No, we didn't. Welcome, Hector.
We got you.
In 3 words or less, describe Big Cass versus Big Show.
Big fucking mess. That's less than 3 words.
I didn't even see it. Can we skip that and move on?
Yeah, it's
okay, great. How about Seth against Sheamus? Apparently, they're building to a tag match at SummerSlam.
Why I wanted to talk about that is because the wrapping storylines, the whole they're teasing Seth and Dean like talking shit to each other, but like you get why Dean doesn't trust them, but Seth's like, you stop being a dick, and the whole burn it down. Sure, it's fucking awesome, but.
Until you realize they're allergic to 5-finger death punch.
God damn it. I would say Avenged Sevenfold. But yeah, they're building that little thingy. But I love how Sheamus and Cesaro are coming off as heels, but like they're like
picking on him.
Yeah, especially Cesaro because he's a foreigner, right? So is Sheamus, but Cesaro mostly. And
he's more of a foreigner.
More of a foreigner because he says
the Mexican.
When he was talking shit to Seth. You have no friends. It's like, oh, you got me, guy. Like, you know, it's like he doesn't know how to be a heel.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But God, I love it, dude. I love everyone's interactions on this. I've been kind of done with Dean for a while. I don't know.
I am too.
I don't know what I want from Dean anymore. I don't know.
Long pink hair.
I know. The original Don Moxley whenever he first came out.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I want something from Dean. I just don't know what I want. I want. They're building them as a tag team. So are they leaving Miz out in the cold, or are they going to build Miz to Jason Jordan?
Miz and Jordan, bro.
Yeah,
I called it.
That was a good segment, man. I watched that shit, cringing, hoping like, all right, man. He's green. I hope he's not that bad on the mic. He's not. He's not good.
But he's not.
But he's not bad. Yeah.
The worst thing about all of it is that god awful new entrance music that he has.
Yeah, it's like watered down version of Kurt Angle's music.
He needs an 8-bit version of Kurt Angle's theme, like completely, because that felt like a half-assed version of a cheap video game song.
All of the new songs that the CFO's been pumping out of it, they've just been like, I think they let it get to their head, they're too cocky, they don't care enough. But all the CFO shit in the past has been fucking badass. Like, dude, I jam that shit like in my car, just fucking theme songs.
Smart.
Yeah. But all the newer songs, like, dude, what the fuck? They're like, Big Cass's new song fucking sucks.
They fixed it.
What? I haven't even heard it yet.
They fixed it,
but I like the part
on Raw. He had a new theme song.
Oh,
they got rid of that. They got rid of that. And it's just like. It's almost too generic rock. Yeah. Like it's just butt rock, but it kind of works for him being a heel.
Okay, because I fast forward because I hate the music so much.
The beginning of Cass's theme where it goes doom, doom. That's old school like Vader. That's old school big man heel theme where you the beat goes like Jim Johnston's interview where he goes, I try to make theme songs that go with the characters. Somebody walks
the Road Warriors. That was like two. Yeah, dude, like but I don't know. But yeah, this new song from him, it sucks, dude.
Jason Jordan's music is
he dropped the ball on it.
It is so bad.
It was so generic and just like whack. I thought it sucked, but he wasn't bad on the mic. He took care of took care of that fucking with the belly overhead onto the Miz Taraj, which was cool.
That was really
he has he has the it part as far as wrestling goes. He just needs to work on the persona.
Yeah.
So, I mean, him versus Miz at SummerSlam, I wouldn't mind it.
It's not the persona. He needs to feel comfortable with the situation that he's in.
I love that he calls that
now.
Kurt. He calls him Kurt.
Right now, right off the bat, Miz is like, yeah, man, you know, some of these fans are booing you because now you're Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, they can boo me. They can cheer me. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I'm not a bad guy.
I'm
not a good guy.
But during the promo, when he's talking, when he has to talk about being Kurt's son, you can tell that it's not authentic.
Yeah.
But when he's trying to talk trash to the Miz, that sounds authentic.
No, yeah. See,
so he just needs to embrace not so much his character, not so much him as a character, but just the situation that he's in. Sell the fact that you're Kurt Angle's son.
See, I'm breaking down.
If that melds with whatever else he's doing when he's off the cuff, being himself, that's gonna come together. That's the presentation comes together.
On Breaking Ground, you see when he was coming up and the thing. He's a dick, dude. Like, and he's like, he's one of those like cocky, arrogant, like kind of not pricks, but like he's like, I'm the shit kind of guy. Let that shit shine. That's why I think eventually it's gonna be it was a ruse, and he's not gonna be Kurt Angle's son. He's using him and stuff like that. He can be a heel, I think. What
I'm interested to see is if they're gonna do overly Kurt Angle-y stuff with him, like if he starts being a lovable dweeb. And it could work, but it could not work because, like, it worked for Kurt because if it wasn't for Kurt turning into this dweeb, he would have just been another guy. Yeah, sure, he was an Olympic gold medalist, but he was kind of bland, boring, and didn't care. But when he started to just kind of like, I'm kind of a boring guy, so I'm just going to be funny, then that's when people started liking him because his wrestling was never bad. The wrestling was never the problem with him, and that's kind of how I feel about Jason Jordan. The wrestling's not the problem with him, and I'm afraid that they might try to shoehorn that Angle-iness into him because he's a chip off the old block, so let him go out there with the little cowboy hat and start singing and doing
I think it's too early for that. I hope it's too early for them to start doing that.
But I mean, if they redo like the 3 eyes kind of thing and give them like, I don't know, some other letter and like, I don't know, some other attributes or whatever, and start putting that over, or he starts saying, "Yeah, I am my father's son, and I am that good," and then start doing the cocky thing. That could work too. But man, right now it's too early to tell. So I have a lot of hope, but I also have a lot of whatever the antithesis of hope is. Like, ooh, this could not be good.
That's why I'm kind of glad that they gave him with the Miz, because the Miz. Right now, he's over because not only that he can talk, but he crosses lines that you don't expect other other characters to do. So if Jason Jordan can at least keep up with him, and feel like a good tennis match where the serves go back and forth, then that'll help him come on out looking a lot better. Because I agree, the part with that they don't need to make Jason Jordan any more like Kurt Angle than he already is. Mentioned it a couple of times before, even in NXT. He had the ankle lock. He had the Olympic slam. Hell, even Gable also had the Olympic slam. There's moves. There's moves in his repertoire that he's already gotten from Angle. You don't need to make. You don't legitimately, like, literally have to do a fucking carbon copy of Kurt and have Jason Jordan walk out there with like a carton of milk and a fucking straw. You can do other things to differentiate him, but still have enough of the roots of Kurt Angle.
All right. Ascension says this. I'm not buying this Angle's son story. He's not buying it. I understand. I understand. A lot of people aren't. I'm kind of there. I want to buy it. But you kind of touched on this. Hector says, I feel a rivalry between American Alpha is better between Gable because Gable is doing more of Angle stuff. Because Gable on SmackDown, he did a fucking Angle lock.
We'll get to that.
Well, we're done with Raw unless you guys want to talk about Finn. Unless you want, and Hardy's Good Brothers. You want to talk about that?
That's good. I just want to say that the Revival did really good on fucking.
Man, fuck the Revival. No, actually, I really like the Revival.
So
I'm sorry.
I went backwards at NXT. I didn't like it because I was like, they're the fucking Arn Anderson guys. Like I didn't like, there wasn't anything.
The Andersons.
Yeah, the Andersons.
Only an Arn.
I was like, you know what? I'm not into them. But I slowly got into them, especially that last match they had when they lost the belts to DIY. I was like, yo, these guys right here. And when they came out, I was excited. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. I said yeah. But then,
one thing about these guys that I like is that they are surprisingly, well, at least the bald one. Yeah. Which one's Dawson? I don't know. Which one's Dash? Whatever. But the bald one, he's a lot better at promos than you think he would be.
Yeah.
And sure. Yeah, you want to talk about Ole and Arn, and you're making the comparisons. Ole and Arn weren't known for their promos. Mm-hmm. Flair was the promo guy in the Four Horsemen, not Ole and Arn, but Ole, whatever. But this one, the Baldy, I don't know his name. The Baldy. What?
The one with the mutton chops?
Dawson.
Dash,
okay. Dash is the one that looks like Dash from the Incredibles, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that one.
You mean Baby Arn?
Yeah.
The guy with the promo skills, Baby
Arn?
Yeah,
the promo skills. Yeah. He's good. He's a good.
Yeah, he's good. And when they eventually split him up, I think he'll have like a cool singles thing. But see, that's
too soon to be.
But yeah, no. I said when. I think about every tag team, especially.
You're already caught with the sickness. WWE breaking up all these fucking tag teams this year. You're already expecting.
Warp my fragile mind with tag teams.
Which kind of makes you wonder about the Usos, because they've had the Usos together forever, and I don't think you can break them up because
you won't know who you're cheating for.
Well, here's right now.
Well, all you got to do is do what you did with the Bellas and put boob implants.
Right now, we're gonna transition to SmackDown. Usos as a team right now, dude. That fucking intro where they robbed them.
They got me. Did they get you?
They got me.
No, they didn't get me.
I was like,
they didn't get me, but good Lord, that was entertaining.
Yeah.
That's the part I miss.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to be a babyface and be rah-rah system ball for the kids, but dude, their heel stuff right now is so good.
Yeah.
They're good. Yeah. They're not corny about it. They're just straight raw with it, and it's fucking.
It wasn't good from the get-go though. They're finally hitting their stride. It took them a little bit of time, but they're hitting their stride.
Pairing them with the New Day has been good, because that's what happened on Raw 2 years ago. Pairing them against the New Day when the New Day was heel and they were face, they meshed well with each other. They had badass matches and good promos. Mm-hmm. And now it's backwards. The New Day are the the faces. They're the heels, and they're just, dude. The New Day hasn't been on SmackDown for They haven't been on TV since they won the belts 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
So they got jumped 2 weeks ago.
Exactly, and then this week they weren't there at all. So, and it's fresh. The tag team division, it's abundant and it's good because.
Boy, on SmackDown?
On SmackDown?
The tag team's abundant? Name the tag teams.
Breezango, The Ascension.
Wait, Breezango hasn't teamed in the last couple of weeks. Oh, yeah. They haven't been on TV.
Well, they're still a team.
So, next.
I'll give them that.
Next.
That's it. Those are the only tag teams that are left.
3?
Yes.
All right.
That's all I need. All I need is two tag teams in the division. That's 4 guys. That's 4 guys. Breezango, the fucking fashion files this week. I haven't seen Twin Peaks, so I don't know why half of the stuff was funny, but I can tell that it's supposed to be funny as fuck. That a lot of things went over my head because I haven't watched. I still haven't watched Glow, for fuck's sake. So I'm like, or whatever. But just watching it, dude, I was like, dude, whenever they go on their own individually, they still both shine. Fandango by himself, dude, fuck, that's funny. He's good at it. He commits to his role.
Right.
Tyler Breeze doesn't commit 100%, but what he does.
He can bring the goofy.
Exactly. And I guess we're supposed to gather some clues over what he said. I don't know.
This might be a case of WWE is not sure, and they painted themselves into a corner, so they don't really know where to go with it. They're just kind of
the Raw general manager that did it.
Yeah, it's Hornswoggle.
See, the only thing I took out of that entire 60-second diatribe of yours is that you failed to mention Ascension as a tag team here. When I asked you for tag team.
That's the only tag team I mentioned. That's the only one I mentioned. I said the Ascension. That's literally yes, I did.
No, did you?
Rewind that shit. We'll watch this shit next week. That's the first thing I said. I even pointed at my friend the Ascension when I said it.
Well, speaking of the Ascension says add Tama Tonga with them, and oh my god.
Yeah, he cusses too much for WWE though. He cusses way too much for WWE.
Well, they let that fly on SmackDown. Remember the battle rap?
Oh yeah.
Hector says, do you see a triple threat tag team for #1 contender on Raw? Going back to Raw and triple threat?
Yeah.
Okay. Why not? Well, all right. SmackDown. Yeah, I'm okay with the tag division right now, even though it's not quite as whatever, but I'm getting enough attention being held by by the Fashion Police, because the shit that they're doing with all the parodies and stuff, it's funny. I like it. I enjoy it. But again, man, I don't know if WWE knows where they're going with this. And I think that they're just going through TV shows to parody, and once they run out of TV shows to parody, and there's like, fuck, okay, who's not injured and not challenging for a title, and then we're gonna say that's who it is.
Rowan and
Harper, maybe.
That's what I think it's gonna be. Dude, SmackDown started with a fucking match.
Okay,
who'd have thunk it? You know what I mean? No 20-minute fucking promo, just straight match. A quick one. What?
Sorry, Robert Midland says, I'm sure we're getting a Stranger Things Brazongo parody for SummerSlam.
That'll be awesome.
Fuck yes.
That'll be so fucking good.
Welcome, Robert, by the way.
Yes, welcome, Robert.
Busted his nut again.
Yes.
Prematurely.
Hey, it was
AJKO
right
rematch.
on time.
AJKO rematch, just as good. It really, it makes me think of one of my friends who said, whenever AJ won the belt or whatever, and they're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna get AJ and KO matches, man. I'm like, motherfucker, we're gonna get AJ and KO matches. You enjoy that shit, and they're gonna serve it to you. They're gonna give you like 6 of them in like a month and a half, man, and you're gonna like all of them. Whether you like the end results of them or not, you're gonna like the matches.
SummerSlam is going to be the 5th one.
The 5th one.
Wow, really? Maybe. I don't know quite yet.
I'm not tired yet, but I can see where I hope that's the last one until Survivor Series or something. Because remember, Kevin with KO and Sammy, we were tired of it, but give that to me again right now. After a while, I'd be like, okay, great.
I mean, it really depends on several factors. Most of the time, it's very, very hard to do a series of matches in such a short period of time where it keeps our attention because the story could be shit. Yeah. The story could be flimsy. Like, why are they fighting again? It doesn't make any sense. The matches could be shit, but right now the story, it's a little flimsy.
It's weird.
But Kevin is making it work. Man, when he went to the back and he got in the face of the referee and Shane and D-Bry, dude, that was good, man. It was really good. The fact that the ref was back there with the guys that are like, hey, man, you made a bad call. What the hell?
And he was like, what the fuck? I couldn't see. Like, KO's the one who kicked him in the eye.
Yeah, still he made a bad call. And it's like you saw D-Bry and Shane trying to still be the boss to the ref while also being the boss to KO.
Especially when KO is right. And they know that they're right.
And you know he was right. They were trying to appease him, but he was being an asshole. So D-Bry was an asshole back, even though he was right. Yeah. So it made sense. It was good and it made sense.
Adding Shane, does that give it more flavor to last or no?
Actually, it makes me breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah. It makes me wrestle him.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, thank God he's not wrestling. Thank God he's not on the card.
At SummerSlam.
Special referee? Please,
go
for it, Shane.
I was hoping for D-Bry as a special referie. I just want to see him. I just want to see him in that ring again. I miss him.
In the same ring with AJ and Kevin Owens.
I think, was it here that we got asked? Who would you rather see? Or I randomly asked you, what would you rather see if you could only have one? CM Punk return or Daniel Bryan wrestle again?
You asked me this, yeah.
We both said CM Punk return just because of CM Punk marks, but we both were like, nah, man, I think I'd rather see
hell no. Yeah. Today, right now, one more wish, dude. But Daniel Bryan's last wish was that if he had one more match, even if he had to go to Japan, it would be Nakamura Shinsuke.
Yes.
And now that they're both on the same brand.
But they won't let him wrestle. They won't.
Yeah, but we're talking about who would you rather have, Punk or Bryan? And I told you, because my knee-jerk reaction was Punk. But after I thought about it for like 2 seconds, because that's as long as it took, I was like, no, wait, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
D-Bry. And the reason why I said D-Bry was because Punk has gotten to the point where he's even even more salty, crabby, and bitter than this guy.
Yeah.
And it
took him decades.
Brett is my fucking favorite. He's my fucking favorite of all time. But it's even hard now to say I'm a Brett fan because he's so goddamn salty. Yeah. You know? But like Punk, dude, Punk's even saltier, even more bitter than fucking. Yeah, so I don't want to see him come back.
But here's the problem: the difference with Punk and Brett. Punk can still wrestle. Yeah, Brett can't even walk straight.
True, but no, we're not comparing them two. We're comparing D-Bry and Punk. So yeah, I'd rather have D-Bry because D-Bry, he's not going to be salty about it. He's not going to be crotchety, and it's not going to be like, oh god damn, it's a labor to watch him. D-Bry's like, fuck yeah. He's going to be like, fuck yeah, and everyone's like, yeah, they're going to be happy about it. It's going to be a happy situation all the way around.
Devil's advocate.
Okay.
Bryan has one more match, breaks his neck, paralyzed, dies.
Worth it.
Well, yeah, but
Okay, now hold on. Now,
No, I'm joking,
Punk,
guys.
if you bring back Punk the way you brought back Brock Lesnar, MMA attire, MMA gloves, he's already at cruiserweight level.
But
Have him and Hideo Itami anchor the cruiserweight division in a good 3 months of matches. You're gonna get a lot more long term out of a CM Punk return than a one night possible suicide mission.
the only way that will work is if
see,
Punk
I think
has
that-
another match and wins it, because if he loses,
He has
his
no
next
MMA
match,
credibility.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this hypothetical situation was assuming that they can both, wrestle and they're clear to wrestle and they're healthy enough to wrestle. But
Speaking of healthy, you think Cena's healthy after his match with Nakamura?
God. Dude. He dropped it on the fucking head.
What's the match of the night? KO AJ or Nakamura Cena?
Neither.
Chad Gable, Rusev.
Yes.
Wow.
That might be
That
might be my pick.
That's match of the week. That match, boy, it's such a surprise. I was like, oh, okay, that's what And then that match, by the end of it, I was just like, yeah, fuck, I don't care who wins. No matter who wins, the other one doesn't look bad. And Chad Gable's had 3 badass matches this summer. Lost all of them, but looked better fucking losing than
we all lost.
Winning.
We all lost because I was looking forward to some momentum. Rusev complaining that he's not getting any attention. Rusev fighting Gable, who's had some great matches. And out comes the snake.
Yeah, here comes the snake.
True.
In my veins.
But I still want to gush a little bit more over Gable for this.
Yeah.
This match, I feel, did more for Gable than all the fucking storyline shit that's been going on for Jordan. Gable got to keep the good music.
Yeah.
Gable got to keep the fucking in-ring showing off. You know what? I could take it to fucking Rusev.
That boy did the fucking ankle lock, and that's the moonsault.
You want to talk about Brock versus Jones and giving up 40 pounds? How many pounds was fucking Gable giving up and still brought it to motherfucking handsome Rusev in the motherfucking tank?
Suplexes, though.
And those suplexes.
That was Suplex City right there.
Yes.
God damn. He just wham. And then the deadlift German suplex he does. Oh, I love it. And he just fucking just tossed him around. And Rusev was getting hurt. He was like, ow. He's fucking
going back to, I think it was it Ascension or Hector? Somebody in the chat is asking, hey, when are we going to see American Alpha fight each other? It's weird. They broke up this tag team.
Yeah.
The one fucking tag team that you break up that you don't have them feud with each other for fucking weeks and weeks and weeks on end is the one fucking tag team that I want to see them fight each other. I want to see the son of Kurt Angle, who left his best friend, and his best friend, who's actually better at being his dad than the son is, actually have a wrestling match. It's like, dude, why didn't you tell me? Why did you leave me? Why are you turning your back on me? Oh, now you think you're better than me? You know what? I could do you better than you could do you, even though you're the blood. Oh, fuck, man. That story writes itself.
I think they'll just keep them away from each other.
Another pre-jack right here. Wait till SummerSlam.
At the very most, have them like face off in the middle of the Royal Rumble next year or whatever. Other than that,
last year before after we had the draft at SummerSlam, we had AJ and the Good Brothers talking backstage, and all of a sudden, there's Finn.
Yeah.
They're gonna run into each other backstage somewhere at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
They're gonna start planting the seeds.
Okay.
And then Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, maybe they cross paths again.
Royal Rumble definitely.
Maybe Raw versus SmackDown match, and they're on opposite sides.
Bragging rights.
Then Royal Rumble, we get them in the ring again against each other, and we probably get an inter-promotional for Mania.
Ascension, he says, hope Rusev beats the shit out of boring Randy.
No, yeah.
All right.
It's not going to happen. Rusev still, I think, still getting punished for cutting his hair and not telling promotional. And, like, that's why they fucked him. But, he got hurt. He said, okay, we're going to bring you back. We're going to have you job out to Cena again. We're going to have you job out to Orton. We'll have you job out to the next guy after. Then maybe you'll get your comeuppance.
And then look at Orton.
Orton
just got done with a program where he's basically trying to put over Bray, and he got done with the program where he laid down 3 fucking times for Mahal.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have his receipt, and this feud's gonna be his receipt.
All I have from Orton is that Orton's lost his last 3 matches. Would you rather have Rusev go up against someone he's never gonna beat, or have him go up against someone he's always gonna beat? because I'm thinking he's going to beat Orton all 3 times.
Then again,
I think this is Orton's farewell job tour.
What did we say? Like Jericho, we thought was his farewell job tour a couple years ago, and he came back, and then he did.
He's still farewelling jobbing.
Yes.
Buddy, I'm calling it right now. Next Tuesday on SmackDown, we're getting Chad Gable versus Chris Jericho.
Oh, woo, that'd be so good. I love me some Gable.
Yes.
I'm
ready, willing, and
I'm
Gable.
gay for Gable.
Oh boy.
Cena versus Nakamura.
Fuck, man.
That was a really, really good match.
That was such a joy to watch.
I want to say that my pick is Rusev versus Gable, and I want to gush all over it. And I'm still a little undecided, even though I'm leaning towards that match. But fuck, man, that other match was Cena Nakamura. God damn, it was just brutal, and it was good, and it was a good Nakamura match. Finally, we got a good main roster Nakamura match. Now there's other match that might actually be my match of the week pick, but just so far that we've gotten to, these are my 2 top front runners right now, and it's not just because of the high angle suplex and oh my God, Cena almost broke his neck. All the stuff before that, leading up to it, the slow build, them kind of filling each other out.
Kicking Cena out of the AA.
Yeah, Cena, him countering out of the AA and putting him into a guillotine.
Oh,
yeah, and a guillotine. Yeah. And then
just the beginning
taking him out of the guillotine.
Thing was so funny.
Yeah, and it's like, I can see you. Oh, fuck. That was awesome. Like, it was.
Props to the announcers too for putting that over.
The way they were playing with each other, with their own characters, man. The way they're playing off, dude, that was
ton of charisma in that ring.
Yes.
That match was so good, dude. It wasn't like a, Meltzer 5-star match, but it was just like a fucking tasty ass match, dude. You were just like, damn, man, I haven't been that thrilled for it wasn't a long match. It was like
15 minutes.
15 minutes, and then with commercial break, it was like no,
but you can still see through the commercial.
Yeah,
which this is the reason why I don't have a problem with seeing this now. Even though you're saying, oh, you should have saved your load for WrestleMania, you should have saved your load for some other time. But I can bitch about the fact that we had the 3-way right before SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. You have the SummerSlam 4-way main event for Raw already out there getting pushed, being ready to say, hey, this is going to be our match here, take it. And like, oh, by the way, we're going to do it here for free. This match, we don't know when it's going to happen again. We don't know if it does happen again. Yeah. Is it going to be for something? Is it going to be at Mania? Is it going to be at SummerSlam? Is it going to be 1 year from now, 2 years from now? Right now, this is a perfect intrigue appetizer preview kind of thing where it's like, damn, this is really good. I don't know when it's going to come again, but when it does, holy fuck. If they give them 30 minutes, 40 minutes, oh, dude,
who the fuck saw Nakamura winning? Everyone's like, oh, yeah, Cena's going to go do.
And I tried asking you, what if? I sat here last week. Yeah. What if Nakamura wins?
We were like, no.
I told you that. Yeah.
Like,
no.
No. I stand by my decision, and I'm fortified in my decision, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Because what I said specifically was that if Nakamura can have an uncharismatic match with Baron Corbin, and he has a somewhat different match with Cena, I do not want to see a half-ass, a watered-down, an awkward first date between Nakamura and Jinder Mahal.
Aha.
So we end the match between Cena and Nakamura with Nakamura dumping him on his fucking head. Nakamura winning, Nakamura apologizing, which I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second. And then Cena says, you don't got to apologize, and he raises his hand. Dude, this is the first time in this entire SummerSlam build that I'm kind of worried for a match. And it's this match, Nakamura versus Jinder. Because if they're not compatible, dude, Nakamura at 100, dude, Nakamura is a fucking Ferrari. You take him on the track and you haul fucking ass. But if you're going to have him in traffic in downtown with those pedals going, can't do 5-10 miles an hour with Jinder, that's going to suck. That's a waste of sports car money. Yeah. That's a fucking waste. I'll drive my little IQ instead of a Ferrari in downtown. Yeah. So if I'm seeing Nakamura versus Jinder, and Nakamura's and that can be good, Jinder better either learn how to wrestle or learn how to be a fucking punching bag. Because if there's a borderline that he's trying to pull off and it doesn't work, they're not going to get the reaction that they're going to expect in Brooklyn of all places. That are going to eat up Nakamura like a money shot. Yeah. If they're going to fuck that up with Jinder, dude, that's going to be telling because you're pushing Jinder as 1.3 billion people in India. If you're going to take the belt off of him to put to Nakamura, Japanese wrestler, because you want all these Japanese network ratings to come up, and you're gonna start. Not only are you gonna screw up what you did with Jinder, but you're already gonna start with a foot in the grave with Nakamura's build.
Which the tour of India, it's like in September or so. So they're keeping that fucking belt on them.
Dude, how? Okay,
they do this new
I understand.
The SmackDown does now, where like they flip flop belts like it's the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Where it'll be like, Nakamura wins SummerSlam.
Nakamura wins it in Brooklyn.
Then he wins
Jinder wins it in his hometown to get that pop.
Yeah.
And then we get a rematch at what? Hell in a Cell, I guess.
I understand your apprehension. I really do, because after the high of the match between Cena and Nakamura, and then they pan up and they show Jinder in the skybox. I was cool. Like,
I like that.
Initially, I was like, fuck yeah, because I've been pro Jinder pretty much this entire time. I felt bad for
everybody else in the skybox. They didn't have that same amount of light.
I know, right? I thought, how's this match actually going to play out? Mm-hmm. How's it going to work? How's
WWE 2 weeks build, mind you?
How's WWE going to build this actual match itself? Because, man, the way they've been kind of handling Jinder has been kind of weird. You know, we've been saying that he hasn't been that much of a heel, but there's been little things he's dropped here and there where he's been healing it up a little bit more, aside from how he wins his matches. But I mean, with the way he says stuff, like, okay, but it's not like you could sell the match with Shinsuke's talking ability, because you know he can't.
This is Macho Warrior. You can't understand shit from either end.
Exactly. So it's like, how are we going to build this?
Subtitle that hoe.
Are we going to build this with a surrogate being Cena? Cena coming out there and say, hey, he beat my ass. You better watch out. He's going to beat your ass. And now all of a sudden, they're Bailey buddies and besties and friends now.
Or they could just take out of a page of New Japan and just, you don't need anything but their names. You don't need anything but their names. Let them paint the picture without words.
But then that goes back to what he's saying. Can Jinder hang with Nakamura?
And that's why we watch wrestling.
And you know what? I don't know if he can. I understand your apprehension, because Jinder is largely unproven in these type of big match situations, especially with somebody the caliber of the Ferrari, so to speak. That, damn, I don't know if he can. I'm not going to say he can't hang. I'm not going to sit here and say Jinder fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be... This is a tall task to put on a main event level match at SummerSlam against Shinsuke fucking Nakamura. Holy shit, you better bring your A game.
Hot take number 1.
Okay.
Possibly, if this happens, I will actually be more excited for John Cena versus Baron Corbin at SummerSlam than I will be Nakamura Jinder because such apprehension I have right now.
Yeah. Okay. Post show SmackDown, that's what they built. That's what they built. Thing. I posted the video on Facebook. I posted the video on Facebook of the bump, and I'm so because right when he said it, I told my wife, we watched together. I was like,
I saw that part.
He said, "I'm sorry." And he caught it. Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, no shit." I was like, "That's a show of respect," because Japanese people are fucking. They're all about the respect, and he bows. Like, if a Japanese man bows to you, that means something.
Yeah. Well, shit, fucking Tozawa, he said it on 205 a couple of weeks ago. Don't question my honor. Well, he told that to Davari.
Yeah.
And he
lit up like a Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
like, ready to go.
What kind of honor do you have? It's just a boring whatever. What kind of honor? Hey, question my honor. Like, it got real for a second. Shit.
Yeah. Like, what'd you say about my mama?
So I posted that. And I was like, hell yeah, respect. My friend who doesn't even really watch wrestling. He doesn't watch wrestling at all anymore. He used to watch wrestling back when everybody watched wrestling. The Attitude Era. He was just like, I don't think he should have said I'm sorry on TV. That you say that stuff for the back, and I'm just like, I can't tell you you're wrong. Now that I think about it, I don't think he should have done it either.
What if I told you and you if that was planned?
Motherfucker, well. Remember in Japan, there's a match in the G1 class that I watched the highlights of. That's what I do. Boy, them two dudes were literally trying to break each other's necks. You probably know what match it is. I don't know who it was. I was like, they are literally trying to break each other's fucking necks. That's just the style they work in. So maybe I could think that, but dude,
I mean, maybe not necessarily.
This is like punching Michael Jordan in the face during like a trying to dunk on him. You don't do that for the sport. You don't do that to John Cena because that is.
True, but
that was not on purpose.
What I'm talking about isn't necessarily the severity of the bump, but what if, hey, we're gonna drop you on your on your neck, try to make it look bad, but don't make it look too bad. But whoopsies, they made it look too bad than it should have been. But let's just say, what if the whole thing about the sign of respect afterwards, they apologizing, oh, I may have taken it too far and all that, and raising the hand saying you don't have to apologize. What if all that was planned?
There is camaraderie. They've had 6-man tags and tag matches together, Cena and Nakamura, and they're building. Cena knows, dude, this is his 15th year in the business. He knows that he needs to help build people to pass this down.
He's role in the new Transformers movie.
Yeah.
Now,
which I'm disappointed it's not a Transformer, because he could be Springer, the old army vet that's passing down stories to Bumblebee. He has the heroic type voice. And he could pull it off, but to see him and his muscles, like, come on. I've seen that in all these other movies.
Now, because a lot of people were playing devil's advocate, and a lot of people were saying that match between Orton and Brock, he was opened up the hard way. Yeah. But they kind of planned for him to get opened up the hard way, but you know, not as bad as he did.
I guess.
So maybe.
I don't know. This is where it gets.
Take number 2. I don't think Nakamura should have apologized to Cena. Period.
Even if it was planned.
Fuck that shit.
Okay. Face versus face.
Didn't I just mention that the Ferrari needs to be let loose on the track?
Okay. And
not in stop and go green light bumper to bumper?
Yes.
Why does Nakamura need to water himself down for a guy like John Cena who's never even left the WWE to wrestle anywhere else?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Nakamura, instead of saying, I'm sorry, should have said, bitch, it wouldn't have hurt that much if you wrestled in Japan, motherfucker.
Or you should have flipped more. It's on you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say to that. I think it was an accident, and I think Nakamura just on instinct said, yo, dude, I don't even know if the cameras are on me right now. Because it was a little while after the bell rang.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And John Cena was like, fuck up. Hey, fuck up. Tell me that shit later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the sign of the him raising his hand, that was gonna happen. That was gonna happen regardless.
Okay.
That was gonna happen. This guy right here. That's gonna happen.
The respect right there. Okay.
But the other part I think I don't know how I like the Nakamura tournament just because he's being a good fucking guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Nakamura. Every Japanese guy though, basically.
Yeah. And Cena was like, like I said, I gave up my hatred for Cena years ago.
Right.
I like Cena. So to me, that was like cool, awesome. Let's go. Next.
All right. Basically, he knows that he has such a pull with the audience that if he befriends somebody, all of his fans are going to befriend him.
Exactly.
And that's exactly why I think it's a good thing. Not only that, it's a shame that they had the camera angle all wrong, because I loved the part where Cena actually bowed with Nakamura at the end.
Yes.
And they timed that camera editing was so off.
It'll fix on Hulu, I guarantee you. Or like your package will have it.
Yeah.
All right. Aaron, what's up, bro? Hey. Nice to see you back in. He says Chris looks like he's about to film a bootleg Despacio on Montrose.
I don't even know how the song goes.
Let's see here. Okay, Hector. He said this. Oh wait, the thing scrolled up. I'm sorry. I think Nakamura is going to win. The reason being is that gender can't use the diversity angle against him. How's it going to work? Or Nakamura wins and then Corbin cashes in on him.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Do you see that this is an opening for Cena to come back with a strong style?
Here's the thing. If Corbin cashes in on Nakamura in Brooklyn,
dude,
if they're expecting but here's the thing.
That's heat.
I disagree with you guys, because these are not the sheeple that look at Baron Corbin that's been fighting all the heroes of these fans and booing him. Yeah. This is Brooklyn.
Yeah.
There might be a lot of NXT fans that have seen Corbin getting his ass whipped by Samoa Joe in Brooklyn, or seeing Corbin get his ass whipped by Austin Aries in Brooklyn, and be like, you know what, that motherfucker earned that one. Let's cheer the bad guy, because Brooklyn's crowd does not do what every other city's crowd in the world does.
Even when you think they're gonna boo the bad guy.
And to be honest, if me being there in the nosebleeds, if Corbin catches in on my favorite Nakamura and wins, I'm gonna cheer that motherfucker.
I just
because
go back.
You admire the cojones.
I just go back to remember how we felt when he won the goddamn Money in the Bank. We weren't.
You called it as a dark horse.
I was okay with it.
I wanted diversity.
I was okay with it, but I wasn't blown away by it. I wasn't like, when he won, I was like, oh, Yeah. I don't want him when he cashes in for me to feel that way.
That's
why I need him to hold that shit longer.
And I agree with you because of this. Before Corbin won the Money in the Bank, WWE made an effort to build in me enough equity for me to care about Corbin winning.
Yeah.
AJ put him over on commentary. A couple of other matches he had before that was like, you know what? Corbin's winning some brownie points here on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for it. But between Money in the Bank and now, it hasn't been the momentum hasn't been the same.
Him and Nakamura didn't do good for either one of them.
It was first impression, and he had to knock it out, and he didn't knock it out. So he's digging his way out from there. He needs a couple more months.
All right, the first part of that stuff that Hector brought up, I want to kind of revisit. The thing about how Ginger can't use the diversity gimmick against Shinsuke, because hey, they're both foreigners. I think this is a good
Canadian.
Yeah, I think this is a good opportunity for WWE to fucking drop the whole, hey, you need to cheer or you need to boo this guy because he's going up against the American.
Yeah.
You know, because
boo them both.
Yeah. Says, I mean, I don't think that they should go with that. They should just go with, and I know it's just 2 weeks worth of build, you know, so it's not going to be a long drawn out thing, but this might be an opportunity to show a different facet of gender and not just, oh, well, he's the fucking anti-American guy, because he's not. But this is the opportunity for WWE to show that they're not just all about the fucking xenophobia and that's it.
Yeah.
Because
he used the word xenophobia.
Yeah, he even
I thought I said xenophobia the way first said.
They were afraid of Cena.
Yeah.
Well, they could still do this with gender.
How so?
Easy for you Americans to jump on the bandwagon and root for someone with popularity instead of somebody that has to work for it. Everybody cheers Nakamura because of New Japan and because of NXT. Nobody cheers for me, and I was in three-man band.
Yeah.
I had to bust my ass, get fired from the company, get back in shape, and do all this. But what, am I getting any adulation? No. Cheer the foreigner that's got the popularity.
Yeah.
Oh, he could turn this around on the Americans real fucking quick.
Okay.
They like the shiny new toy rather than
But there's the opportunity where they don't have to.
Yeah.
That's
which
are they going to do it?
No.
Which I would hope, because I would like to see a less.
Money?
I would like to see
hatred.
Right. Well, that's what I'm gonna say. I would like to see a little bit less racist WWE. I would like to see that.
That's like me saying I want to see less Kardashians on TV. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. All right. Aaron, he says Arnold still looks drunk.
I am.
Yes. And then Robert, someone asked Kevin Dunn about that camera angle.
Oh.
Holy shit! I don't even think Dunn's in the building anymore. Is he back in TNA? I mean, is he the one? Is he the guy that changed TNA to Impact?
I don't think so. That was Ed something or other. But
Dunn is still the guy, though, right?
Yes, he is.
It's because what happened. He was doing the camera angle thing, and somebody called him over and with the
no. You know what?
It knocked over the button.
Yes.
The camera.
I need to call out our listeners here, because the listeners that have been watching this show long enough know that Kevin Dunn doesn't know shit about anything but women. I want to ask Kevin Dunn why we haven't gotten the Mae Young Classic yet. If only he was around somewhere.
Well, I think Kevin Dunn might be able to answer your call.
Hey, shit! I gotta know, man. Where's my Mae Young Classic? Where's my host table? Where's my women? Where's the stink of Summer's Eve?
Well,
where? In summer.
Somehow Kevin Dunn is on my speakerphone. So, hey, thanks, Kevin, for. All right, so yeah, you heard him. What do you think about Mae Young Classic not already being on here? Okay, so well, you see, we got to take a lot of time because most of these chicks they're fucking ugly. So we got to use like the Photoshop, but the video version of Photoshop. I don't know what the fuck they call it. I don't do that kind of production. I just oversee, because I oversee a lot of stuff when it comes to Mae Young Classic. But yeah, they're some are ugly. We got to make them less ugly. So we're gonna take our time, edit that shit down, make sure they're hot, get a lot of the jigglies. Jiggly in, put some extra jiggle.
Snapchat filters.
Oh yeah, you gotta do all that technology.
Little doggy ears.
That titty technology. That's what they call it. That's what they gotta do.
Who's your pick in the tournament?
I don't know who's the hottest one.
Dakota guy.
Actually, okay, Dakota, whatever. That's a nice state. I'm sure they have a lot of women there. Yeah. That's why it's taking us so long. We gotta edit, production. I'm Kevin Dunn. Thanks, Kevin.
See you later, brother.
Beep. All right. Kevin Dunn, ladies and gentlemen.
How were you able to like mimic what
This was your first time with Kevin Dunn.
No, I've watched it before. I had the same reaction.
No, but you were in the. You did the first time you were.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's temporary, right? Any comment on Sami Zayn against Aiden English? Because that's it for the SmackDown.
No, I like that they put over Aiden English. He's not just a jobber. He's kind of like
yeah, Zayn's a jobber. Didn't you know that?
Yeah. He has ways of winning besides whatever. I'm just they gotta redo something, but something ain't right. Something ain't quite Chippewa with the Canellises. It's like they came out and they were like, "Oh, we love that you lost." Like, okay.
Yeah, like just coming out for that one line. If you're gonna bring them out with the entrance music and everything, have them put on fucking makeup and gear and all that to come out and say one line.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you could have saved that for maybe like a backstage segment if it was gonna be that short. Or smacking talk. Or you could have just given them something more to say or more to do, like further that storyline just a little bit more.
Yeah,
like
I don't know. That was probably my only like down of the night that I can think off the top of my head. The women's tag team match was like okay. The only thing I wanted to talk about that was it looked cool. It didn't look cool, but the idea of it was cool. Was that Natty had Lynch in the sharpshooter, and then she went over the Carmella tagged herself in like, bitch, let me do this. I'll show you how it's done.
I tried to put on the code of silence, but didn't quite
she
get it.
She couldn't reach her fucking foot, and they like perfectly timed little spear by not spear, whatever the fuck she did. Oh, it wasn't on Lynch. It was on Naomi that was doing that for. So Naomi turned it around to that. What is that submission that she does?
I don't know.
It's kind of like a frontward Rings of Saturn. It was weird.
Yeah, it was nice.
For Naomi's theme, we'll call it the Black Light.
God damn it. Yes.
God damn it. You're worse than Kevin
For
Dunn.
the glowing, not for the racism.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Okay.
The black one understood it. Come on, man.
You just called her the black one.
All the points you just gained, they're all gone. You're in the negatives again.
If there's anyone in front of this screen that's blacker than me right now, it's that one over there. Come on, man.
I'm pretty dark.
What are your thoughts on Bring It to the Table? We brought it up a little bit. You didn't watch it.
I knew there was something.
I haven't even watched it all. But they tackled the hot stuff early. Brock Lesnar's teasing with John Jones, Bailey,
Becky, and
which is weird that because they filmed that last week.
Did they?
Yeah, they filmed that shit last week before the John Jones thing happened. Work.
Work.
Yeah. Whatever.
205. You want to talk about Tozawa?
Yeah,
the
power of Tozawa. All right, Tozawa versus Davari. Yes, thank you. Tozawa versus
the goddamn thing.
I know. It was good. It wasn't spectacular. Not even a match of the week candidate for me. Tozawa. That's what I wanted to talk about. It was kind of obvious that Tozawa was going to win this, even though he had a busted up shoulder and he was selling the shit out of that shoulder the entire time, and he was taped up and everything.
I'm crying like a girl, and I loved it.
Yeah,
hearing it. No, hearing somebody emote their agony like that, you can believe it very easily, especially when half of his shoulders covered up like Cesaro in tape. You know, it made it that much easier for me to feel like, holy fuck.
To think it was believable?
Like, dude, it cracked like a 40 cookie, poor guy.
Was it too obvious to you that even before the match even started, even when they announced the match last week, that Tozawa was winning? Was that obvious?
I haven't watched 205 Live since like June, and I knew that was gonna happen. So,
devil's advocate, would you want to see a heel versus heel at SummerSlam?
Hell no, especially if one of those heels is Davari right now, because
you fucking
I don't care.
His stuff is getting better.
God damn it!
But WWE doesn't execute that stuff well.
No, they haven't executed him very well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like what they were doing with Tozawa with Titus Worldwide. I thought that was interesting.
That was a cool shirt.
Yeah, I thought that was the interesting story to tell that isn't quite yet done being told.
Yeah,
and I feel like they've just kind of gone away from it and just he won the match. That's it. Titus wasn't out there. Titus wasn't there. You didn't hear anything over the phone. He wasn't around. Like,
well, they took the selfie the night before in the 6-man tag victory. Titus is up there because he's 8 foot tall, and everybody else because they're cruiserweights. They all fit in the shot. I thought that was cool. You know, sometimes you don't have to have that every night.
Yeah,
I guess maybe you're right. I don't know. There's just something that I'm unenamored with right now.
I think Tozawa has to win cruiserweight. The belt, that way you can bring the prestige to the worldwide. Prestige worldwide.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just
Step Brothers, bro.
Hector brought up something that we kind of just blew right past. The sliding slap from Naomi looked awesome.
Oh, yeah,
that was awesome. Just slide up on his DMs. Bam. Like,
awesome.
I really did love that. Thank you, Hector. Thank you for reminding me.
That was amazing.
Huh? Jimmy must have showed her that.
Oh, God damn it. So yeah, that was the thing with the cruiserweights. Anything else in the show? I don't care. I like that they're pushing Nice so much now.
Yeah.
You know the thing where he counts his abs and he has 8.
TJP was counting them for him.
Like that's kind of cool, but that's character development a little bit and not like full on.
I like the move. I said before. It has him in the tree of woe and does the crunches, his bicycle kicks on him.
With him, he's one of the people that I'm like, I wish I was in a cruiserweight division because he could be fighting heavyweights.
You know who he's reminding me of? You know who he's reminding me of?
Petey Williams.
Exactly. He's reminding me exactly of Petey Williams.
Scott Steiner Jr., basically.
Oh, goddamn.
For a while, there was a storyline where Petey Williams was baby Scott, and he dressed like Scott, but dude, man.
Remember how I was telling you about the Canadian Destroyer?
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh, he's the inventor, the creator.
Yeah, the creator of the Canadian Destroyer. Yeah, he's reminding me a lot of it because he has that. I'm a little dude, but I'm fucking swole and still.
I can still fly.
Yeah, and I still fly and still do it. Yeah.
He instantly reminds me of my favorite technical wrestler.
Who?
But he doesn't wrestle like him, but just because he's little, swole.
Who?
Chris Benoit. Way too slow for his frame, but fucking
in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah.
The only gripe I have with the Tony Nese match is that they paid a hefty price, in my opinion. We've been waiting since the entire cruiserweight division on the main roster started for the runner-up of the Cruiserweight Classic Tournament. Mm-hmm. And already in his second match,
Grand Metalik
loses.
Yeah, what the fuck? Where's this guy been?
He got hurt.
Did he get hurt?
Yeah, he posted on Instagram and all that shit. Or when he got hurt, he fucked up his foot or his ankle or something like that. Yeah.
Dude, if he was a real Mexican, he'd walk on a broken foot for days.
He just rubbed some dirt on it?
Yeah, no, it was a
San Valentin.
Yeah, it was,
had a little bit of Sprite.
It was a pretty bad injury apparently or whatever, because I remember the day he got hurt, I was like, whoa, don't, because I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, he got hurt, and you look, and he's going to be out for a while. So I guess
sucks.
Even WWE's logic, Grand Metalik is the gimmick. It's not the person. Just slap another rando Mexican under there with the mask and the suit. No difference. Yeah.
Sin Cara went from Sin Cara to Con Tattoo.
Yeah. Gran Único. King of the Ink.
Hector says, what happened to Apollo Crews? Well,
that's what I was going to
they threw a mask on him, and that's Grand Metalik. That's what that is. No, I don't know what happened to Apollo Crews. I don't know why he's gone. Maybe he's injured too. I don't know. I don't want him to be.
Speaking of Mexicans, Lucha Underground. There we go. We'll run through it real quick. Mac against Tejano, Drago versus Pentagon.
My match of the week pick.
Damn.
Drago versus. Well, it might be my pick, unless you two can convince me otherwise for one of my other 2 picks.
No.
Drago versus Pentagon.
You keep your pick of Cena Nakamura. You keep your pick of Gable versus Rusev. My match of the week pick is Drago versus Pentagon Dark.
You son of a bitch!
Do I need to explain myself? It's Pentagon Dark and Drago.
That's all you need to know. Go watch that match, please. If you don't, you're an idiot.
And that's kind of by default. Because I watched about 6 different matches from the G1 Climax that I thought could easily top anything I saw on fucking television this week, including this shit on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. For anybody that hasn't already done it, go back to the second night and watch Minoru Suzuki versus Kenny Omega. That match is fucking murder. You want to talk about a guy that you pull straight out of Tekken? That's Minoru Suzuki. And he is like the fucking kukui, dude. Like, you don't like fucking Kenny Omega's in the corner before the match starts, doesn't even want to look at him because he's that you see the shit running down his leg.
Really?
And Omega goes, dude, he's Japanese, he's old, he's wrinkly faced but stone faced, so like his face accents, he's bald but has like a reverse ponytail going, and he gels it so it looks like he's like
it's like sticking
it's
out.
like a 95-year-old Super Saiyan. It's like growing out like
so
this.
Unprofessional, but what's his name?
Minoru Suzuki. So Kenny Omega goes to like Super Saiyan 4 to somehow get a victory out of this guy. After even after Suzuki pulls out his awesome E Honda impression and just starts chopping the shit out of Omega. Omega crawls out to the ring, and then the post-match interview, because that was the main event of that second night, he says, "Whew, I can't believe I survived that match, but get used to it because this is all about me, all about me, all about me, a little bit about the Bullet Club, but it's all about me." So not only was it an awesome match, but you get pretense, you get drama, you get story.
It's a scary looking motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
story built into Kenny Omega's next match, which is the one he had a hard on watching the cliff notes of why Tama Tonga was thinking he's the leader of the Bullet Club because Kenny Omega is all about him apparently. Dude. Yo, fuck. I even got to see Kota Ibushi against Tomohiro Ishii in Japanese because they didn't have the English version yet.
Oh, shit.
And fuck me in the ass with a spiked bat. God damn, that was crazy.
Are you saying that the Pentagon versus Drago match was better than that match that you just gushed all over?
No.
He said that's the winner by default because
that match was 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
That wasn't this week.
Because
I'm just now catching up on this.
Hector in the live chat says that Omega versus Suzuki match of the year for him.
I didn't want to say anything. You might be right.
Really?
I can't.
We can't.
If we do a special and maybe we go over some of these matches, but so far, as much as I had love for Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ibushi because we didn't get that at the Cruiserweight Classic, as much of a Mexican erection that I have anytime Pentagon wrestles anybody,
a Mex-rection.
The fact of the matter is, if I can veto something right now, I would add Minoru Suzuki versus Kenny Omega on our match of the year list. That's how confident I am in that match. Even though I can show y'all that now.
You guys are telling me we can't add on because Abel still has not fucking seen it. I don't think so. The my match of the year candidate so far, besides the British, was Kenny Omega versus oh my fucking god! The rematch, Kenny Omega at the
Kazuchika Okada, the hour-long draw.
You haven't seen it.
I told you guys y'all could add it without me, but y'all said no. Then
I didn't say no.
No, the question was I couldn't add that because somehow, by a cunt hair, the first match at Wrestle Kingdom was better because there was a definitive winner and it was first time ever and it was in front of the biggest crowd of the year. That match, as good as it was, there wasn't any definition, and it wasn't the biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
Not to mention, dude, before this tournament's over, before this A block is over, they're gonna have a third match in this G1 climax.
Hold on tight.
So hopefully the winner of that match might end up advancing to the finals, which would be weird because Okada's currently the New Japan Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
The winner of the climax becomes #1 contender at said champion.
He's gonna fight himself.
Wins it,
Fight Club style.
Are we merging another belt with that? Are you gonna put Omega or Okada versus maybe Tanahashi? Intercontinental against the heavyweight together?
Isn't what's his name hurt?
Oh, Tanahashi was supposed to. He was offered to do surgery. He said, "Fuck no." He's rehabbing.
Rehab it.
Which means
he's gonna hurt again.
No. Which means you and most of you, some of you might have already seen this.
We know Hector's seen it.
Tanahashi's first match in the G1 Climax against Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. beat Tanahashi by submission.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, I knew that. That's why I'm asking. So, but he's not out because it's a round robin, not a elimination.
Round robin. Right. So it's 2 points for a pinfall submission, for pinfall or submission. 1 point.
What's going on with Evil?
1 point for each participant if it's a draw.
What's going on with Evil and Omega right now?
Omega is just on with everybody.
Yeah, he's just talking so much shit.
Evil?
Evil.
It's a Japanese wrestler. His name is Evil.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah. So this is what I've seen so far. Saber Tanahashi, Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito, Suzuki against Omega.
That's that Ibushi one. I think that's the one that I saw that they were like trying to break each other's fucking necks.
It's Ibushi and no, you're probably thinking Hiroki Goto against Tomohiro Ishii. Those two fought for the neverweight to openweight.
I know Ishii match when I see him because he is.
And Omega Tonga.
Yeah, that Omega Tonga.
So far, man, these matches. If it wasn't for me going to SummerSlam and TakeOver, I would probably be watching New Japan this month, and I wouldn't even be touching WWE at all. New Japan and Lucha would be it.
Now that you talk about it, this is kind of like it should be maybe an off fucking podcast conversation. I'm down for like either obviously this Friday, but next Friday or something like that. Fucking just punking Abel and coming over to his house and watching some of these goddamn matches.
I mean, shit, if we can put it up on the big screen. And if we have time, I don't have anything else planned. I'm not
Friday
sure.
nights, we don't do shit Friday nights. Yeah, we gotta work Saturday morning.
Yeah. Dude, all I gotta do is plug in an HDMI cable from your laptop and put it into the TV and put in my credentials.
HWR watches Chino Japonés.
So
yes,
we could get Chinese
takeout.
We'll
need a Saturday. We'll need
Japanese.
We'll
get sushi.
With this list, we're gonna need a Sunday. And at least 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
Fuck it, man.
Well, we both work Sundays.
We'll rent the game
Saturdays.
We'll rent the game room here in your apartment complex. Plug in the computer to that bitch, and anybody that wants to come,
well,
bring food.
Hold on, guys. Shit. Don't put this shit out here like we already make. I'm getting glares from both of them sitting over there like we got fucking plans.
They're gonna be busy watching drag race queer stuff anyway. we can have our moment. Potluck. The apartment complex is on the corner of Westheimer and Dunvale. Y'all figure it out because y'all got smartphones, you dumb fucks. Now, Lucha Underground.
Hold on. Aaron said something that just made me giggle. He's like, when you were describing Suzuki, he says, so Suzuki looks like Heihachi from Tekken.
Yes.
I just said pull somebody out from Tekken.
Whenever
that's what
you were saying it. That's like whenever you're like.
Hector says, if Okada wins the G1, then that means he's losing the belt at King of Wrestling in October.
When's the G1 over?
August, the week before SummerSlam.
And Juan23, what's up, Juan? He says, low rent party city, rough draft of Undertaker equals evil. Low rent party city, rough draft.
Party city, I'd know. Low rent, I'd go Arnie's.
Hey.
Everybody loves Arnie's.
All right. Continue.
I already gushed. It doesn't take that long. Pentagon Dark and Drago.
Who won?
Pentagon Dark.
Pentagon Dark. Now, Drago was going to get his arm broke at the end of the match.
But
Aerostar came out and saved him. Yeah. No, not
Aerostar, like the band.
Yeah. He came out and he saved him.
Not Aerosmith, like the band.
Right. And you know, he got Drago up and was like extending the hand because like, hey, get out of that.
Salúdame, pendejo.
Yeah,
no manches, way.
You know, get out of this fucking reptile clan. No, he's still fucking brainwashed by the Cobra Moon, and he attacked him. So when he attacked Aerostar was laid out. Pentagon was like, fuck it.
Somebody gotta die.
I guess I'm breaking his arm. So
again.
Pop! Broke his arm too. Like, oh shit. So the drama there, which is cool. But the match itself, dude, it's too quick to even call what the hell's happening in that match.
The best part was obviously the end where Pentagon was where Drago was supposed to do a top rope dealie. Pentagon blocked it, grabbed him from the top rope and turned it into a package pile driver and laid him flat. Dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yes. And the counters out of the well, I guess that it's not quite his package pile driver. I think they called it the Pentagon driver or whatever. Yeah, the counters out of the Pentagon driver that Drago kept doing. And then the fucking Canadian destroyer that Matt Stryker dubbed the Pentakin destroyer. And like, what the fuck? But that was pretty cool. So yeah, man, there's fucking awesome spots, awesome counters. Too fast to call. You blink and you fucking miss something. That match was bananas.
They called the cameraman trying to keep up.
Oh yeah, they called out the cameraman trying to keep up. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah.
If anybody's played the video game Tanks, I gotta give some props for Tejano and fucking Cage, because Tejano and the Mac, because those two big boys were bouncing around and flying around. That was fun as shit, dude. For me, that was a solid contender for match of the week. Also, there was a lot of competition. Obviously, we went through most of the shit that we saw on TV already. But god damn, that was fun.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything more about the main event? I mean, Rey Mysterio versus PJ Black. I mean, I thought it was standard. I thought it was good. It was nice to see Ray out there doing stuff.
So Ray still got it?
Ray still has it. The reason why we even saw him is because it was obvious they're trying to build him up, give him a credible opponent, a credible win before going into the match with Johnny Mundo. So it's like, okay, cool. I kind of understood what I was getting from the match. And, of course, shenanigans with Underground Worldwide, shenanigans with his fucking apprentice. What's his name?
Dragon Azteca Jr.
Yeah, Dragon Azteca coming out. Yeah. All right, cool, whatever. I understood what was happening. I wasn't, like, blown the fuck away, though. But it was solid. And, yeah, bring up Rey Mysterio. Yeah, Rey Mysterio still has it. And,
cool.
Yeah, maybe even a little
What's
bit
his
more.
finisher in Lucha?
He still does a 619.
It's the 619 to a splash, top rope splash.
Yeah.
Springboard. 4 more weeks until we get the Lucha Underground episode where it's the finals and Johnny versus Ray.
That's the season finale.
Nope. There's still 3 or 4 more weeks, and then it's Ultima Lucha 3.
Okay.
Which, is that going to be 2 nights or 3 nights?
I think it's 3.
God damn. So, 1 was 1 night.
You know what?
2 was 2 nights.
I can tell you if
and
you
3
want
is going to be 3 nights?
I can
Holy
tell you
fuck.
if you want to know, because like I said, I've bought this season on
By the time we get to Ultima Lucha 16, it's going to be the whole damn season.
Mm-hmm. Well, you wanted it.
Ugh.
NXT. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of NXT?
We haven't talked about NXT yet?
Thought we did.
Nope.
Swear to God,
I thought we did too.
Yeah, it was such a throwaway show for me.
Uh-huh.
I can't honestly think of one thing that stood out to me.
Yeah, I'm going to need the help with the notes here on this one because I don't even remember.
How about Ember Moon against Lady Tapa?
Okay, there you go. Okay, Lady Tapa's back. Well, not back. She's in WWE.
It was short and sweet, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
Do you even know who Lady Tapa is?
No idea.
Okay, she wrestled in TNA for a while.
That's why I don't care.
Yeah, it's cool that she's there. I'm glad that she's there. But I was kind of making the joke that now they have another set of clones. Because, with Charlie Caruso and what the other ones are, they're the announcer clones. Well, now they have wrestler clones.
Like
because
Nia
between
Tamina
and Lady Tapa. Exactly. It's like, oh, okay, let's have one of each and put one on Raw, one on SmackDown, and one on NXT. Like, okay, cool. They're all the big monsters that could kill everybody, but they're not killing everybody. I'm like, oh, okay.
You can't even kill a fly.
Yeah. The AOP was originally going to fight these 2 jobbers, but then Nikki Cross comes out like blah, 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 and does that kind of stuff to him. We're like, what? And then the
Sanity beat up the jobbers.
Yeah, Sanity beat them up, and then they came for a face-off, and then I guess they kind of fought. Razor, dude. There's something about Razor that I really like. The other one, he's still kind of green.
Ugly one.
Yeah, but Razor.
Which was the ugly one?
Yeah. Well, Razor was actually like a MMA fighter before, but he has a real aggressive side to him that just excels a little bit more than the other guy, and he stands out to me every single time. So that's gonna be it's heel versus heel.
Was it the wrong call to make to have Sanity get punked out by the Authors of Pain? Like, you would think that, okay, well, they're not obviously going to start a feud with them because they just got punked out.
Because Sanity can't get punked out because they can use the whole plea of insanity to be like, I don't even know what happened.
I mean, the wolf guy was sitting there.
Your kids aren't here, bro.
That's my crazy
like an adult.
Yeah. The wolf guy was sitting down at the ramp, at the base of the ramp. You kicked their ass, but you didn't.
When he got the shit kicked out of him by Kenta 2 weeks ago, he was laughing.
Yeah.
So, that's fine.
One thing about Ember Moon. This is the first time that I actually liked her. The only thing
is about the job kicking.
The only
she was like, say something bad.
The only thing that Ember needs to stop doing,
saying that she's from Dallas,
smiling. Ember Moon is
We've talked about this.
Ember Moon is not Athena. Ember Moon is a character. You have to play to the character. You have to be serious. you have to be stern. You can't just be like,
Hey guys.
no.
Yeah.
Dude,
Although on the promo at the
her
end,
promo, that's why that was really good. She had like this pseudo laugh, like a maniacal laugh. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you this time."
Yeah.
But she had this maniacal laugh to it, like kind of a sarcastic laugh. That works.
That's believable.
But don't fucking like smile like you're in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Play your character. Your character is. I still don't know what the fucking Ember Moon is, but your character would be a lot more presentable if you didn't smile all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Well, we've brought this up before, and I've even said this whenever the last time we saw her was, and I knowing that I've had this conversation, knowing that I've said that on this show, I looked with a little bit more critical eye on this particular time earlier today when I watched it, and yes, I think she has improved. When they said from Dallas, Texas, that's not on her. That's from management telling the ring announcers to still say Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
But when you said Dallas, Texas, she wasn't like, yay, Dallas.
Yeah.
She was still kind of doing the Ember thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was playing up to the crowd, but she was still, since she's still a face about it, she still kind of kept the Mortal Kombat-y character to her.
She wasn't skipping down the goddamn.
Yeah, she wasn't skipping, but she was still like, yeah, come on, whatever. But she's slowly trying to phase out all that other stuff, you know, where she's slowly phasing out her humanity. And that's the thing she doesn't need. She doesn't need humanity for this character. She needs like this weird, crazy, whatever the fuck ninja kind of mystical character that she is, you know? She needs more of that and less human.
Hey, I got a new little Latina crush though.
Oh, do you now? Hey.
Man, that girl is hot. I forgot her name already though.
Oh, the
Selena Almas's chick.
Yeah. What was her name? Vega? Something
Selena,
Vega?
Selena Vega.
Selena Vega.
Yeah.
There you go.
She has a little attitude to her. Makes me kind of care about No Way Jose because I like No Way Jose, but I want a reason to care about him. Not just because he looks funny and he does a little dance.
That's the part that kind of threw me off because she's too fucking short and his hair makes him look too fucking tall.
It was Lisa Simpson talking to Sideshow Bob.
That's like the most painful 69. Like just trying to picture it go on. Like just,
Benani.
Cesar Bononi.
Bononi.
Yeah, Benani fought.
I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I know he fought.
Yeah,
Velveteen. Oh, that's right. And Velveteen punked his ass out.
He just squashed him.
Yeah, and then Velveteen.
They built him up. Then he got squashed.
Yeah.
And then they
I was expecting the run-ins for him to cost the match.
Just clean it. When it was over, because Nigel even said it, or somebody said, "Wow, he's going for the elbow early." Yeah, he fucking hit the elbow early and he won. But his promo after the thing was so cool.
He's getting better and better in the ring, and he's already hold on to the promo. My one nit to pick: the same fuckers that made the decision to give people one name. What the dude? Just go back to what you had. Patrick Clark, the Velveteen Dream. Not his name is Velveteen Dream. He wins a title, is gonna have Velveteen Dream on it. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. By the time he gets to WWE,
I was like, that's the Nature Boy. No, it's not. It's fucking Ric
His
Flair.
name's just gonna be Velv by the time he gets to WWE.
Or just Teen.
V. Just V.
She'll be jobbed out.
The artist formerly known as a Velveteen
Dream. There you go.
Because he's clearly fucking Prince. I mean, he's not even trying to deny it.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it.
The Soul Sister, Patrick Clark. There you go.
Poor Percy is sitting there at the Destiny. They stole my gimmick. If
only I was gayer.
And the main event that on paper was like okay. Oh, is
there a lot of paper? Because no is big.
Yeah. Oh no.
Here's the biggest problem because I've been busy this week and I kept putting off watching NXT. Yeah. So I'm watching Raw and I'm watching SmackDown and I'm watching the commercials for NXT that says, "Hey, coming up on this week's NXT, Aleister Black is in competition." So I guess I don't fucking need to watch last week's then because this week's is the one to watch. And sure enough, I didn't watch half of it till today.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, man, do I want to learn some more Japanese today or should I just I'll just get NXT over with? The Japanese have got enough of my yeni.
Yeah, I watched NXT during lunchtime and I was just like, meh. You know? And that match in general, I make sure to finish my lunch and be ready to watch with fucking full attention. For the
little Cadillac lunch.
Yeah. And I was just like
hour and a half.
Yeah, and no, dude, halfway through, a pet peeve of mine that I have, it's never gonna go away because it's been since the 90s. Whenever a match goes into the commercial, I'm done. Like it's hard to give it back in. Even though NXT's commercials are like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's their own shit they're selling.
Yes.
It's like, you don't need to sell me on the prescription to the network. You got me for a year.
You literally have me on. I can't watch this if I'm not watching. I'm not on the network.
Right.
You can't hype the network because somebody already has it. But so I was like, okay. They went to commercial midway through the match. I'm like, okay. They came back for like another 30 seconds to a minute. I'm just like, oh shit, this match is back on. And I'm just watching like, I don't even care. I honestly don't even remember who won and how they won. I don't even remember. I don't remember. That's how much I don't care about that match. I wanted to because of the feud, but they were just. It was like an awkward feud they had together.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Oh, I am a dick. No, I'm not.
I don't care about it, but I care about one thing, and this is something that let's bring a little bit more positivity in here. This is the one aspect of it that I do like. The heel turn of Hideo Itami has been slow and has made sense. Mm-hmm. It wasn't this wrestling heel turn where they're a good guy, they're a good guy, they're a good guy, and then chair to the face. All of a sudden, I hate everybody. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense.
How?
It makes sense because it's like taking a slow time to get there. Like he's not a heel because he hates the crowd. He's not fighting, KO because he doesn't like KO for no inexplicable reason. He is frustrated at the fact that he keeps losing. He got his ass whooped when he shouldn't get his ass whooped. Yes. KO is trying to like help him out, but he doesn't want his help. And it's not like, hey, I'm your friend now, but now, hey, fuck you. No, it's like, look, you're my friend. Stop being a dick to me. Why are you trying to tell me what to do? You don't tell me what to do. I'm frustrated. Quit trying. And then it escalates more and more slowly from there. So this particular heel turn has been a well-done heel turn. Doesn't necessarily mean that I care about KO or Itami or their matches, but the storyline heel turn of Itami, at least that makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's the only nice thing I'll say about it.
Yeah, I liked it from the get-go. It's just kind of I'm already ready for it to
what's next?
Yeah. Over. Well, as we got here, we saw what's next. Maybe. That's I fuck it. We're already here. Aleister Black, Hideo Itami.
Oh yeah. That's gonna happen.
Which is cool because we're finally getting the Aleister Black is an official tweener. So he's like, he's not a heel, although he's built up to be a perfect heel because of he's spooky and he's weird and wooey. But no, I mean he's gonna fight Hideo Itami, who's mad.
Did you see was the video package from last week's episode or from this week's episode where they're putting over Aleister Black?
It was for this week.
I'm watching I'm watching the 5-second delay of you and your awful Macho Man impression.
It was for this week.
It was on this week
because they played it on SmackDown and Raw.
Oh, okay. Because I like the thing where he's talking about I've taken the thing that I loved and I love so much that I hate it. Oh shit, that's fucking brutal. Deep,
artistic,
very nice. Like, I liked it.
Something a suicider would say before he commits the suiciding.
Damn. Okay. Then
that took a very dark turn.
All right. Well then,
says the man in black, right?
Right. But I kind of enjoy the video packages that they're doing for Aleister Black.
I'm a huge fan of Aleister Black, so.
I think we've already gotten to the point that if we don't have Aleister Black on every takeover, it's a drop ball.
Yes, yeah.
With a little raising hydraulic.
I'm waiting for that shit to go. What?
Somebody plugged the NOS into this. He flew into the second 200 level.
They just flap like, oh shit.
No,
guys,
and then
stuck like,
and then it malfunctions and he's still laying down. God damn it, motherfucker!
No,
he has to get up.
We end the scene with the little riff from Jackass.
Oh my god,
man!
Hey, wait! If they cut in costs on pyro, they're gonna cut in costs on.
So instead of a hydraulic jack, there's like some dude.
6 jobbers. Yeah, I remember that guy. He's from OVW.
Hey,
yay.
It's Brennan.
And the Healy brothers.
That happened after last week, so let's talk about it.
Oh, Gino, finally. Yeah, you
Gino.
son of a bitch.
Brennan.
Fucking Thunderjet.
Brennan. Are they is he gonna go by Brennan Williams?
I don't know.
We still don't know.
He's definitely
not saying it
he's
either.
definitely not Marcellus Black anymore.
No,
That's
no.
good.
Yeah.
But
Dude, this is becoming Game of Thrones level bad. Like, at some point, I'm going to start putting money down that he's going to get fired before he gets on TV. They need to put his ass on TV now. He's been there. He's got too much potential. Well, he's been there for too long for them to not put him on TV. Besides getting his ass kicked as a security guard.
Was the 1-year anniversary
of him being in NXT. Oh, wow. Okay.
I came up on my Facebook today.
Honestly, I don't know what the timeline for that looks like. I mean, we could say that, oh, man, it's been taking too long. It's been taking too long. There may have been motherfuckers that have been down there for like 5 years.
Yeah, there was.
We don't know.
Dude, Baron Corbin was there from – Tyler Breeze was there from like – whenever it was like day one.
Ty Dillinger.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe if Brendan does show up like fucking next month after SummerSlam, that's going to be pretty fast, isn't it?
Dude, I have my fingers crossed. I'm just waiting. That one takeover here in Houston where Velveteen Dream wins some jobber match, and then he pulls off the mask, pulls an Ira Stark, and goes, "It's been Brennan all along." You don't laugh. You don't watch Game of Thrones. Fuck you.
I don't care about that, but it's like all he says is Brennan all along.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
I'm just as eager to see Brennan on the actual NXT TV as you are. I just want to make sure that however they do it is the way that they're doing it right. Because look at Cesar Bononi. I don't know how long he's fucking been there. He could have been there for 5 years in developmental. We never fucking knew. So is Brennan going to be put to the front of the line sooner than he should be? I would be okay with that, but I mean, what about the rest of the pecking order there? We see him on, house shows, NXT house shows with the Ely brothers. Well, fuck, man, the Ely brothers, we've been seeing them peppered here and there on actual NXT TV for like a year, and I have never done anything with them. So it's like, goddamn, like, what is the time?
They have chains in their hands and all the pictures that we've seen.
If they need help,
chain gang.
If they need help, if they need an idea, we're gonna give it to them right now. Brennan loves anime. Yeah. He's a huge Dragon Ball Z fan.
The great Black Otaku.
He's been on several tag matches with the Ely brothers. Just put them as the Ginyu Force. Just put the three as the Ginyu Force and have them run roughshod on everybody. Because after Authors of Pain and Sanity, where's the next 3-man, 4-people group?
There you go.
Done. If they don't do it by October, I'm writing a letter.
Oh,
a strongly worded letter to your congressman.
But New Day.
A lot of exclamation points in that bitch.
Yeah. New Day kind of did it at WrestleMania, though.
The Ginyu Force stuff?
Well, no, they did Dragon Ball Z. It was Goku, Gohan with the tail of the
Saiyans,
Yeah.
And they can have the pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brennan can have like the little cheerleader split. One of them in the Ginyu Force always has that gay one. Was it Chase? He had all that flocking hair, and he's like,
and it's not the twins.
Unless they do each other.
That's something to get hyped for.
Yeah.
Well, here's something else you could get hyped for. If you're kind of from here, or if you're kind of in the area, or if you like to drive. Domination Zone Wrestling.
Boom.
DZW.
Yes. DZW episode 2 is going to be airing this Saturday at 11 a.m. in the morning. Saturday morning. So you can have a big old bowl of cereal and sitting there eating fucking Saturday morning wrestling instead of cartoons.
We're going to be at work.
We're going to be at work. I'm going to be at work. I'm going to be at work. But anybody else not at work, please tune in. You could tune in to Houston Media Source. So if you want to watch live on their website, it's just hmstv.org. Or if you have Comcast, it is channel 90. Comcast is 17. AT&T is channel 99. Not DirecTV. No DirecTV? Not on DirecTV. Not on Dish.
Well, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
What if you just have like no cable?
If you have no cable, then just wait until the next day. It'll be on YouTube.
Oh, but it won't be on over the air.
Right. Then I can watch it on whatever morning I want to watch it.
Exactly. You motherfucker. Yes. So I don't know why they tell us to do it like this when you search for it on YouTube, because you can just go onto YouTube and look for DZW or Domination Zone Wrestling or DZ Wrestling.
You'll get random pics of Ziggler.
But the official, what we're told to say on air is tinyurl.com/DZ Wrestling.
Because if anyone knows anything about Tiny, it's this one. And on that bombshell,
now, if you would like to join us, August the 12th is our next TV tapings, so you get to see what happens on TV before it happens on TV, and your ugly mug can be on TV too.
I'm bad at RW.
Yeah, it's the same night as ROW. Same night as Summer Champions. August 12th.
I'm gonna say this,
okay,
because I've had this complaint about that trash that you're gonna go watch that day. So I'm gonna complain about your freshness.
Okay.
Are these television tapings building up to any big events, or are you just doing television tapings up to television tapings?
We're just doing television tapings to television tapings right now. I don't know if there's going to be any big events. The delay isn't that far back. Like this episode that's fixing to air is from not the last taping we did, but the taping before. The last taping we did is episode 3. This one that we're going to do on the 12th is episode 4. So you're not going to get really too far behind.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all we're doing. Just the TV. We're not doing for now. I don't know if later on down the line there's going to be bigger events or pay-per-views or pay-per-views or whatever.
You got to build the brand.
You gotta get rolling. So we're taking it one step at a time right now. So that's
cool.
That's how
I happen to have. I caught the episode. You know, you forced me to watch it at work with you, and
you had to hear it because you couldn't watch.
Yeah.
You already got him live in the technical right now.
Yeah.
I have to say I was impressed.
Oh,
I was impressed. Abel's doing a good job.
I was waiting for you to say, "Oh man, I like the vegan guy."
No,
Nick TV.
Abel's doing a good job, man. It's not boring wrestling to watch either. So it's it's kind of fun to watch. It's just like I critique shit for a living. So the whole time, like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, you should have Says the guy sitting on the fucking
Well, you're telling me this now. You know what we do when we hype each other's shit. I'm gonna have to be watching it with a critical eye.
Oh shit! Don't do that.
I was like, oh man, fucking Abel mispronounced his last name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Abel Morals.
Abel Morales.
Morales.
Yes, Abel Morales.
Fucking immigrants and their Morales.
Yes. The Federales. So yeah, you have a choice. Go out to Katy to watch DZW or go down to Texas City to watch ROW. Either way, Saturday, July the 12th. July, what the fuck? August.
Time machine.
I'm like totally fucking up over here.
This is your announcer, ladies and gentlemen.
Either way, August the 12th, go support some indie wrestling.
Yes.
Please.
If you're really all about indie wrestling like you say you are, do it. Or just buy a fucking Cody shirt from Hot Topic and don't watch actual indie wrestling.
Or come to the apartment complex on Westheimer and Dunndale on Sunday, and we will watch some Japanese wrestling.
Yes.
Tell people where I live.
Split some sushi and have a rice fight.
That's why he said Westheimer and not Richmond.
Yes.
Wait, what? Fuck.
We won't tell anybody why we're called Studio 511.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What? Fuck, shut up.
Anything else?
We're gonna have to move. All right.
I've seen both. I've been around both of y'all for a long time. Y'all don't move far.
Shut up. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Yeah,
there you go.
One of us has to get up. I'm not getting up. I never get up.
See, I work with the guy. It's true.
I don't. I never get up. Not at home either.
Aye.
That's my Tokyo drift.
Aye.
I've read the bathroom walls in Vantage. Yeah, I already know what's up.
Aaron goes DZ dub. Thank you, Aaron.
That was Ziggler wrestling.
Says the guy that probably won't even go.
Oh.
Did I just put him on? Did I just throw him under the bus?
You probably did.
Yeah. So now he has to go to prove me wrong. But then he would be supporting you, and that's a double whammy.
Or you have to go to prove us wrong. You were just about to say, oh well, he's gonna.
Well, I was gonna say, they finally fixed the construction on 45 South.
You don't get on 45. You get on I-10.
No, to go to ROW.
Oh no, to go to ROW, yeah, there's construction down that way. But to go to Katy, just get on I-10 and just keep on going.
There's horrible people in Katy that I'm trying to avoid.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
Statute of limitations.
Get out of here. Bye.